Hey, have you guys ever wanted to start your own podcast? Well, the Anchor app is the easiest way to do that.
Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your iPhone or computer.
Yeah, creation tools that allows you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great.
They'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more.
You can easily make money even from your podcast with no minimum listenership.
So download that Anchor app now or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Yeah, boy.
Peace. This episode of Cousins Sons is brought to you by the Masani Group. As you guys know, Garon and I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. One of our black belts is not only a black belt in BJJ, but also in the housing market. It can help you get the best deals on homes in the greater Los Angeles area. Just call the Masani Group at 626-263-0434 or visit their website at themasanigroup.com. This episode of Cousins & Sons is brought to you by Authentic Muay Thai Supply. This is an online fightwear store where you can find the best, most authentic Muay Thai protection gear, training gear, boxing gloves, and Muay Thai shorts straight up from Thailand. Good prices, good people. Check them out over at AuthenticMuayThaiSupply.com and enjoy this episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
Nailed it, Pepper.
You'll be proud of someone. Just give me a chance to make yourself. If you don't like me here, I will be someone else.
Hey!
And
we're back. Another episode of Cousins Sons Podcast. Your host, Eric Pepper, Garon Atencio, and our special guest, fucking nobody. Corona fucking virus.
Virus. That was a great intro. That was great. That was right into
it. Travis, where are you at? Are you alive?
Are you alive? Oh, dude, he's hungover. He is 100%
bet.
hungover, drunk as can be from the night before, from his 30th birthday. Happy
happy
Travis.
30th. Happy 30th, Travis
Clyburn.
Clyburn.
We'll have another one. We'll have another one with him on this coming week and be like, all right, now tell us everything that happened that you almost died or for your birthday.
For your birthday, yeah, for sure.
For sure. Shizzle my nizzle. Let's see.
Dude, so what was there was something I was going to bring up. What was it? I saw it on Instagram, dude. Anyways, I talked to Gordon Jackson today.
Oh, you did?
Sounds like I don't know. I was talking about LA. I guess LA shut down. For those of you that don't know, we are not in LA right now.
Nope. I'm in. Garon is in Minnesota.
And I, Steele, Eric, whatever, am in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yep.
Which actually, dude, you're in a way better position than I am as far as safety goes.
Oh, safety, yeah.
If martial law kicks in.
Oh yeah, dude.
Or even safety from the big V, if you will.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But even martial law, that's something that last night I heard that they were bringing tanks into LA. And then today I started seeing photos of people posting being like, oh, look at all these tanks coming into LA randomly.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And then,
my God.
But I went in and dove deeper to be like, okay, is this for this? Which I think it still possibly could be for them to get ready for that. But it also just so happened there isn't a lot of stuff going on for them to need the tanks. So they're just bringing them back to California to put them in a safer place. And I'm like, well, that's horrible timing because anybody who's going to see that is going to go, well,
what the fuck? Yeah. No, dude, I mean, it's weird because it's like this is like protocol for that. You know what I mean? Because it's not like they can, because they don't want like panic. So they do it slowly, and they did exactly like that, dude. New York and fucking LA shut down first. And then everything freaking worked towards the middle.
Yeah, no, everything. Yeah, everything keeps going. I think, was it today that Nashville or tomorrow?
Tonight at midnight.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
So, and I don't, dude, do you even know what the hell that even means? You know what I mean?
For what part?
Well, like, okay, you're only allowed to go out for this, and that. It's like, okay, but how do you regulate that with 16 million people? You know what I mean?
Well, that's why we were talking about as far as doing it slowly. So right now it's like, all right, guys, can you please just stay inside? We're going to close everything so you have no reason to really leave. all right, guys, you guys are at the park still and the malls? Cool, we're going to close that too. Okay, guys, if you could just please stay inside. All right. And then it's going to get to the point where it's like, even I saw someone today even post about like, well, yeah, you're closing all these things except for certain things, like Home Depots are still open.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, then
grocery stores.
Everybody's hanging out there then. Like, it's still too many people in one area. So yeah, it's and again, that's where they're just doing it little by little before they have to fully, I guess, pull the plug. But that's when it's gonna get crazy, especially for like places like
LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm so glad. Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for all y'all there in LA. But I tried to tell you guys, to be honest. Like, I tried to.
Well, no. What's hitting me the most, dude? It was only a week ago Friday that we recorded our last episode, and we both were like, well, I hope if it's real, it's real. If it's not, it's not. Because right now it doesn't seem like it's real. Within 48 hours, we were closed and already buying a plane ticket out.
On our way to freaking other destinations.
Yeah.
No, dude.
I was like, oh, and now this week it's just, this week has felt like it's been a month, and it's only been a week. It sounds like probably. How is it for you? Because you've been working.
Dude, oh my god, dude! I feel like I've been here longer than a week, but but mainly just nonstop working. Like, my parents just bought a new house, so now I'm here, staying in it and helping them like do all the painting and all the renovation and whatnot, it's actually pretty cool because you can kind of, you see your progress and your work. So it's like, you can, it's cool to see a finished product. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And it's something that you're going to be able to see for a long time,
right.
It's not somebody else's home, it's your family.
Yeah. In a way it's like my home too. So, so there's like that, there's that, like, I guess, I don't know, perspective of it being work, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a positive perspective is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude.
And then
I mean, I hung out with young Charles, good friend of mine from over here. Yesterday was the first time I saw him, and then it just kind of immediately back to work this morning because, well, of course, like, my parents freaked out or freaked. No, they're not freaking out, but it hit here kind of like it did in LA, like, as far as like, okay, well, we're shutting this down, which actually, bro, I don't really know what the fuck this is hilarious. All right, listen to this. So where Charles is at is a place called Bellevue, but it's like fucking it is Nashville. It is Nashville. You know what I mean? But like, it's technically a different county. So freaking dude, you go over there, bro, and there's fucking bars still open, fucking people playing pool, fucking, like, and it's a hop, skip, and a step right over there.
Yeah, it's not that far away at all.
But yeah, so like today, what the mayor, I don't want to say it's the mayor, came out, and maybe it was the governor, I don't know, came out and kind of shut everything down, I guess. But what's funny is nothing's changing. Like, restaurants have already been just doing takeout and everything, and they're still going to be just doing takeout and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't really know, like, what's changed here. It's just more of like, now we kind of got that warning on, like, okay, stay inside, please.
Yeah. Like, even, I mean, there for a while, it was like, it's funny how much happened in a week, like, little by little. But even in LA, watching it being like, places closed down, don't go here. You can still go to parks. They're like, nope, now parks are closed, malls are closed, because they were realizing kids were not in school, but they were just going to the mall and then to parks. And then, but even then, there's still, I mean, and now the last 3 days, it's been beautiful in LA. So, which is even harder. I've seen nothing but people going hiking and hanging out and stuff. And I'm like they might be hiking by themselves, but it's still funny where it's, it makes it so much harder. At least last week when it started, it was nasty outside anyway, so it made it easier to stay inside. But now it's beautiful outside. So.
Oh yeah.
But seeing half of these things that is happening with it, where it's like some of the side effects and stuff, where it straight up feels like you're drowning if you get it. If you get the full on end of it, it straight up feels like you are drowning on your own mucus because your lungs collapse practically.
Damn. Do you know, like, it's still kind of like what I'm trying to say, like, when young people get it, it's still like unhealthy young people that are dying, isn't it? It's not like I don't know. I haven't really
I would think so, but honestly, now the reason is what's happening is what it looks like is when it first came out, all the studies were mostly older people or unhealthy people. So what happened is everybody our age was going, well, fuck it, I can't get it. They said we can't get it. It's only old people, So it's like whatever.
But then we just spread it around.
Then you just spread it around. But then that was the thing. Then it wasn't us getting it. Then all of a sudden, because everybody was like, oh, it's whatever. Then we started going out and getting it. And then all the stats started coming out being like, oh, actually, because they thought they couldn't get it, they went out of their way not caring as much and then ended up getting it because they just thought they couldn't get it. But really, it affects everybody. But just like any other virus, of course, it's going to affect the elderly and the sick and the weak more. But there's been plenty of people who weren't just sick, who weren't just But that's the thing is like so that's where it's like kind of those stats of everything like that. But it's a crazy time. It's been a week, dude. It hasn't even
No, I know. Well, dude, and honestly, I don't think it's gonna blow over for a little bit. I don't know.
Last night, finding out that probably, our establishment won't be open until July.
What and what? Do you know why that is?
I don't know the actual like numbers behind that, but it kind of makes sense as far as like 3 months of quarantine, seeing as China and all these other places have already been doing that for 3 months, and they're just now barely getting back to it.
Yeah.
One of our followers on for Cousins Sons for social media and stuff, who I met in Hong Kong, he messaged last night when we did a live saying like theirs is the same as like I think their establishments are actually open now, but you have to sign an agreement saying you haven't been out of the country in 14 days.
Oh shit.
And if you sign it and it comes back and after you even go there and they come back from the government showing, oh no, he had travel plans, he left, you'll get arrested.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, it's that's where that's intense. But yeah, everybody.
You can take the bars, but you can't take my freedom.
Right? No, when I saw like I said, like last week we were talking, because it's crazy how much changed in a week. I mean, last week when we all were talking, we kind of called it being like we could be out of a job by Monday, and we were out of a job by Monday.
No, yeah.
It's like
it's because Garon, we're smart. You know what I mean? Hey, anyone out there listening right now, Garon and I we don't do well at Travis trivia, but like we didn't want to tell you guys this, but we're secret Navy SEALs.
Secret. I was laughing so much.
Actually, we're not even Navy SEALs. We're secret SEALs.
Yeah, I was laughing so much at the fact of like you hear people all the time, and we don't do this that much, but those people who are like, I'm just doing me. I'm going out and following my dreams. I'm just doing me. I don't need anybody. It's whatever. And then all of a sudden the apocalypse happens. It's like, all right, I'm going home. I'll see you guys later. It's like, oh, that's we jumped ship, but we're like, but again, we're grateful that we even have that opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
There's plenty of people who don't have that.
No, yeah. So yeah, shout out to the fam.
Shout out to the fam for that. You've been working and stuff over there, and it's been too cold to really do a lot here, but same as my family, they're doing a lot of remodeling and stuff of their farm. So I've only been able to do few things, but there's a lot of projects once it starts getting warmer. But trying to be just productive over here and not knowing exactly what that even means, like.
Dude, I think you've been doing a good job with, the online store that we have now. Go check it out, Cousins.
Go check it out. Thanks to my sister Monet for getting that, making that and helping us out with that. That was awesome.
Yeah, shit. I mean, frick, dude, we have all kinds of freaking merch.
Oh, I know, dude.
We have like 10 different.
We have. I think we have 4 different designs, and each one you can get 3 different options: a hoodie, a t-shirt, or a long sleeve. I'm still contemplating whether or not if it's insensitive or not to do a quarantine Cousins and Sons shirt just for that. Like,
what was your idea behind it?
I don't know, just like even something like whatchamacallit, I don't know, almost like the Netflix.
How about Cousins and Sons quarantine on the search for vaccination, and then with a syringe at the bottom.
No, that's something I'm thinking about, because I was just like, how can you do it? But being like, or like, get what's it called? Social
distancing.
Yeah, something with those Cousins and Sons. Like.
Oh yeah. Okay, fine. How about on the back of the shirt? On the front of the shirt it says "back the fuck off," and on the back of the shirt it says #social distancing.
Oh, back the fuck off.
Back the fuck, because like if you see someone, they'll look at your shirt and they're already too close. Or how about this? Cousins and Sons logo in the somewhere on the shirt, just small, and then and the shirt says like in quarantine. Or like, how the caution sign says
coffee, and then it says why?
It'll say quarantine. Yeah. If you can read this, you're too fucking close.
Oh yeah. Nice. That's a good idea. See, I'm glad we're recording this, because I'm gonna go back and be like, all right, let's take this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna remember.
I know, exactly. But no, that's an awesome idea. Because I was like, is it insensitive? Is it not? I mean, some people think it is, but at the same time, you're making money off of a horrible thing. But I mean, what else is the government doing? But what else are we? It's just it's fun. You gotta laugh about it, or at least it's good times, But that's what I was getting at, as far as like trying to be productive, with still not knowing exactly what that even means right now, not knowing when life will go back to what it was
normal. Yeah.
And so like I'm even over here trying to figure out how to maybe make us a website, because our domain name just re-upped or whatever, so that we have that again. But I was like, oh sweet, we've had it for a year, so now we've been doing it for a year. Sweet, we're on episode 42. So let's, maybe make a website kind of thing that connects everything together. And then, even our Instagram, thanks to Monet as well. Yeah. She sent me some things. She's like, all right, now spice it up. Now make this here, and then I'll do that. I'm like, oh, great. There you go. She's like, I'm your marketing person. I was
like, we need one. We need one. Yeah, dude.
But that's why
I think it looks great. I love all the merch. Love all the merch.
Yep. Love it all. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, I think I'm getting a sweater, which is cool. I figured it's one of those where it's like, can we afford it right now? But at the same time, with me doing videos and stuff like that on this end, I was like, even if it's a sweater, something that I can wear, and it's going to be cold for a little bit longer, something that I could wear to be on the videos, right. Just like, I wish I almost would have brought the t-shirt. You know?
Dude, you know who's fucking hustling hard out there still, bro? Honestly, dude, it's like, God, dude, you are constantly working, and but I mean, shout out fucking Stevie Emerson, dude. He's like coming out with new videos all the time. I'm like, dude, this guy's a hustler.
He's almost like, yep.
Yeah.
Some of these guys' videos, I'm like, dude, he's some
dude,
of these
Tane fucking did a good one. Today? Is it today?
Oh, the quarantine one?
The toilet paper.
The toilet paper.
I was like, that's pretty smart, dude. That's funny.
That's hilarious. No, some of these videos, dude, because I've even been like on TikTok trying to figure out the whole TikTok thing, and
I was messing around with that last night.
I'm like, I was even looking up maybe comedians to see how we can maybe use it, or different things.
It's like a lot of dancing or just like goofy stuff.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and that's like, and so I'm like, and this is also where I wish we got to go back through and maybe get some of our footage from stand up to like edit together and stuff. You can even put up on there. But just trying to figure out ways to do that. But yeah, I'm glad with what has happened with this first week of probably like 20.
Yeah. No, I mean,
dude. So yeah, I was gonna tell Travis this, and I'll tell him probably even when we talk to him again. But so I was talking to my grandma, and she was watching a live service of one of the Catholic masses, and they were talking right at the very end of it of different saints. So like saints like that are, I don't know how to fully explain it. I'm gonna sound like an idiot, but just in a long story short, there was one of the saints that they prayed to that is they found out was named, and she's never even heard of it before, was named Saint Corona.
No way.
And each saint is like the god, or is like the saint of something, like saint of happiness, saint of whatever. She is the saint of
disease, virus,
plagues.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, isn't okay.
Yeah. So and then
why
and
is
then
this called the coronavirus? Because COVID.
Because corona in Spanish stands for crown, and when you look at the disease under a microscope, it looks like a crown.
So it has nothing to do with.
But
like I thought that there was different. Like I thought there's COVID? There's different strains of COVID. Because this is because it's called COVID-19 because it's the 19th strain, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah. But and then on top of that, the Saint Corona where she was buried was in. And again, everybody, when I ask them this, they go, in China. I'm like, no, she was buried in Italy, where they're having the biggest problem right now. Yeah, yep. And then I guess that they're like awakening. Each saint has like an awakening day or some kind of. Again, I'm butchering this whole thing, but they have a certain day, and her day is May 14th. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So. Something's gonna go down on May 14th.
Yeah, but dude, that's okay. Well, I'm excited for that day.
But yeah, when I heard that, I was like, oh my god!
For you to be telling me that right now.
I know.
Because now I'm just gonna be antsy in my little pantsy.
Till May 14th.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be nuts if we're like away that long.
Dude, I've every day it's been like it's added more and more time. I've heard people who are like, oh. Even 3 days ago, it was like, oh, we're off for 2 weeks, or we're off till April 1st. Then every other person who hasn't been let go till like more recently, those people are then being told you're off for 2 months.
2 months?
I'm like, yeah, 8 weeks. 8 weeks.
Dude, that's just insane, dude. Like.
Like I keep thinking I'm in a dream state. Like every day I wake up and it's like,
is this
am I really what? Is this
No, honestly, dude, you know what I feel like? I feel like I'm like back in high school again. Like my sister and I are like hanging out and like, we're just like, everything's been family oriented since I've been here.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I
know, yeah. And you don't even have a choice. You don't even have a young Charles to run to.
Yeah, no, you see friends. I'm over here talking to bugs.
Dude, that is such a terrifying situation you're in with the bugs. Tell the audience about this situation.
These bugs are called Asian beetles.
God, isn't that ironic? Is that a little ironic? Are you sure they didn't carry the COVID?
And look it up on Google, guys. You'll see it. It'll look like a little ladybug. But the only thing is they're little and they don't, and they bite. And it's not like that hurts bite, but it's an annoying bite. And it's one where it actually can cause an allergic reaction that is the equivalent to pink eye. And if you Google on how to get rid of them, of course, there's like, pesticides and stuff. But the like number one thing on there for how to get rid of them was vacuum.
Really?
To use a vacuum. And just vacuum them up. So every single day, twice a day, we're going around this place and vacuuming them up. And they're usually in the windowsills a lot. There's tons of dead ones on the windowsills. They're usually right by my bed, by the light. That's where, while I'm sleeping, I can hear, because there's like little plastic on the light. I can hear them jumping off and on it all night. Yep.
That's terrifying. I wouldn't even be able to sleep. Like, dude, I'm
actually very surprised.
Aside from I should just say where I sleep, because my bedroom is like full new carpet. Guest bedroom, whatever. But full new carpet, full new paint job. Everything was cleared out. Dude, I haven't seen a bug in this house since I got here, which is kind of crazy because this is the South, so they're pretty much everywhere.
he's very and then how clean is it because it's new?
Well,
or is it because you guys
it's
are
because
just,
like,
it's
you know,
because you
just
guys
things
are
have been
fitness
pulled
centers?
out, and you know, there's nothing in the house. There's nothing for anything to hide behind. You know what I mean? And like, if you think about it, like all the walls have been cleaned and the corner, because everything's been painted, so it's just very clean. You know.
Mm-hmm. The yeah, you would not like it. I mean,
I'm sure I'd be
it's
fine,
one of those
but...
where I'm very surprised. No, yeah, it's one of those I got used to it with the thing. But because of the coldness, I don't know, like even there's nowhere to go. You know, like you like to especially like to go walk around, especially when there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do right now. And like there is, I mean, it's wide open space, but right now because of it being cold, you know, we go outside maybe here and there, but right now it's just it's you know, it's there's not much to do. Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it, brother. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Which is funny, which is good for me. It was funny the other day. I was busy downstairs, and my sister tried to FaceTime me, and I wasn't there. And she's like, "You're the only person who, even during your time where you're supposed to be just doing nothing inside, who's actually still busy." I was like, "Yep, I'm a very busy person." But I'm taking this in as far as like taking time, and but again, it's one of those where like I'm helping out around here, and I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm like, yeah, let's do things, let's help, whatever. But I'm like, I'm just like, yeah, let's take our time though with it. I mean, I don't want to do everything in one day either. It's like every day it feels like the time I'm going to be here is going to be longer and longer. I've even set up the piano.
Dude, that's not a bad. I thought about having Jordan teach me guitar. I was like, dude, here, let me teach you jujitsu. You show me guitar.
Oh, dude, that I'm about to. If I'm here for longer than 3 weeks, I'm gonna order one of those big bears.
Fuck that, just get
something that I can, or one of those things. I know. Well, the thing is that
dude, I thought about like getting like now. I mean, honestly, if I'm out here for that long, like, or you know, if it's gonna be till May, dude. I mean, and who knows? Because like, I mean, all the jiu-jitsu gyms are closed out here too, and they have been since I got here, dude. The first thing I did when I got here was like look up jiu-jitsu gyms, and the only one still holding classes was Nashville MMA, but it was like the only ones I could make it to were like the middle of the day, and there's no way I was gonna make that helping my parents the way I am. So I was just like, and then now it's done. That was like at the beginning of the week, and I think it was probably shut down by Thursday. Mm-hmm. So like, so I kind of shit the bed on that one. But like, dude, I don't know, man. It's just like all us jiu-jitsu addicts, dude, are fiending over here, bro. I'm about to start heroin if I can't get some jiu-jitsu.
And I'm over here. Oh, dude. Well, think about it, dude. I mean, even with us doing 1 day a week when we were busy, or even gone for 2 weeks and then doing 1 day and then busy for a month, you know, it's like, this is the most where it's like, and I feel like we were just getting, you know, not getting it, but you know, there was little breakthroughs that we were coming through, and then now this happens, and I'm like, oh my God. I was like, how do I do it again? But I have been having fun with the street sports, a little, I think it was like a 12-part warm-up.
The one that Renat put out?
It's pretty good that they did. Yeah. It was really cool. It was simple too. It was one of those, you do each thing for a minute, and he even said like, do as many sets as you want, you know, and I even did it. I was like, oh, let me see. Maybe I'll do, I didn't know how many things were in it. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll do each one 2 times or 3 times. But there's 12 things. By the time I got done with it, I could probably do another one. But I mean, I was sweating and getting a good workout in.
Oh, no, I mean, like on that bear that I showed you, I did armbar drill from mount, you know, where you just go from side to side. So you hit an armbar, swing around, and then you kick, and then, you know, you switch your hips back over to come back on top of them, and then hit the other arm back over.
Yeah.
I did 2 sets of 20 of those, you know, and then 3 sets of fucking 25 burpees each, and then at the end of those 25, the last 5 were jiu-jitsu burpees. So it's just like, so I've been trying to like keep like my mobility, and you know how like just and then I stretch. You know how I stretch before class every day? I do that same routine I do every day.
Yep.
So I've been keeping up with that. It's been nice because my parents' room, my parents really aren't even staying here yet. or they're not. And so the master bedroom is empty, and it's just this brand new fucking soft ass carpet. So I have this huge room to just like fucking roll around with this big old bear.
See, that's awesome because they have carpet in the living room downstairs, but upstairs it's wood floor. So I'm just up here in the wood, and I could get like a little mat or like a rug or something like that, but I don't think still won't be. Even downstairs on the carpet, me doing hip escapes was hurting my hip. Like,
yeah. Oh, dude, I bet. Yeah.
But trying to do all that, and so you
it's just us right now because well, I mean, I told them that they could stay here and just stay in the guest room, and I'll sleep on the couch, but they're they insist. Well, they're like they got this fucking fancy ass bed coming, and so
they want their first night to be.
Shit, my parents don't even fucking share a room anymore, dude. Yeah. But
I know.
So technically, I might even be in my mom's room right now because my sister, has to take the other room. So.
Oh yeah,
so
that
Jordan
one.
and I
Yeah,
live
that
large,
makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, living it up over there. I'm over here also thinking like what things to binge watch. Watching things. I've watched so many. I've been watching. Did you watch Bert Kreischer's stand-up?
He has a new one. You know what?
It just came out 2 days ago.
But I want to say that I pulled it up on Netflix the other day, and I was just like, oh, I think this is his old one. I didn't even bother to look at the year, but you know what? I think but I not knowingly.
Because Mark Maron came out with one a week ago. Bert Kreischer came out with one this week. I think in 2 weeks, or next week, I think. Who's the other guy who does the
Ari Shaffir.
No, the other one.
Oh, Tom Segura.
Tom Segura comes out next week, and then in the middle of April, D'Elia comes out. So like it's a full-on binging of all these specials, but so far the Mark Maron and the Bert one was really good.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, I need to check out Mark Maron, man.
Enjoyed it.
Dude, I love his stuff.
Oh, Mark Maron is great too, and like
down?
just watching his.
Down?
Yep, sitting down. Yeah. Dude, just killing, dude, and he's been doing this a long time.
Dude, I remember. Dude, he was one of the first big people I saw at the Comedy Store.
Oh yeah, no, he was. I didn't realize too. He wasn't. I mean, he wasn't the OG as far as most people, but he was like up there with Rogan as far as starting podcasts.
Oh no, he was. Like, didn't he start one before?
No, he did. Yeah, that's why he's one of the like. It's debatable, but depending on your genre, but he's very much like
Well, it was him, and who was the other one that they always credit to that? Even Rogan like says he was like, oh, Adam Carolla. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's also another one that they credit towards being one of the pioneers.
With that, it's been so fun though. It's been so fun watching these specials though because. I don't think my parents watched that many before. And then when they came out to California and went and saw Bill Burr, and stuff, and at the Comedy Store, they went back and watched his special. So like, since we've been here, I think like every day or so we've watched a new special, and I'm over here like, oh, have you seen, have you seen Chris D'Elia? Have you seen Jesselnick? Have you seen Theo Von? And like, no. I'm like, oh, we're going to watch that. We watched Sebastian's, we watched his newest special the other day, but his other one that I felt like
the one where he's wearing the red sweater.
Yeah.
The one
Are you embarrassed anymore? Yeah, that one they took off Netflix.
What?
They took it off Netflix.
Oh, just because
they took that one off Netflix. All his other ones are on Netflix except for that one because it is the best one.
He has another one, I actually don't know if this one's on there either, because it was when I first started paying attention to Skalko, but that was, dude. I mean, that was 5 years ago. You know what I mean? And this special, I think, was before the one that you're talking about. I think he's like in a black, he's like an all black, and he's a lot younger. You can tell, like his hair's a little longer. What's it called? I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Are you sure all of them are on there? I don't know. I'd have to look, but
I don't know about
what does he have? Does he only have one Netflix, or does he have two Netflix?
See, I don't know if
one of them is. One of them is for sure. His newest one is.
Yeah. His newest one, I think maybe the other one wasn't a Netflix.
No.
Because
they
took it off.
The other one wasn't.
You can buy it on Amazon.
Because I think that came out, dude, kind of before Netflix started doing specials. Dude, I want to say Bill Burr was like the first one Netflix fucked with that. Or was it Bill Burr?
Was it Bill Burr or was
it
Chappelle?
I should not be talking about this with comedians listening to this podcast.
Right.
Start spitting facts.
I don't know who was it.
But no, like I feel like it was. I mean, when I started seeing.
Okay, so we have Sebastian.
I think that's
Why would you do that? Or he has a white tux
what
on.
year was that? Okay, that could be it.
2016.
No,
and then we have 2012. Oh, this one where
what's
he
that
looks
one
young on the 2012 one.
That's it. That's the one.
What's wrong
That's
with
the one.
people?
All right, cool. Hell yeah. I think that one's good too. Yeah.
See, I gotta watch that one again. So like the red one, that one, and then Stay Hungry. So those three are on there. But yeah, maybe
I think it
Stay
is.
Hungry
I
is the only one. Then that is because that's the only one that has the logo on it. The Netflix
no, it is. And the other one wasn't a Netflix because that came out before I think or at least honestly another thing too, dude, is I think these guys they'll just like that one in Chicago. He probably just paid for that one himself, and I don't know how he distributed it, but like, I mean, it wasn't through Netflix, obviously, but
yeah.
As a matter of fact, dude, I just watched. I watched for all you whatever I'm not gonna say it, but I was watching a Ben Shapiro show today, and he does a Sunday special with a guest. And his guest was the director that directed like Whiplash, and that was really interesting because cool. They didn't even really get into politics because they're really on the opposite ends probably of politics. I think I actually didn't listen to the whole thing, but what a lot of what he talked about, dude, was like why he does movies the way he does movies, which was really interesting because he was saying that if I might get some of this wrong, but like but the gist of it, he like started directing when he was like 35, or he'd moved to LA when he was 35 to continue. I can't.
Was his name Damien?
I could look it up real quick.
Damien Chazelle.
That could be. Let me just check.
Damien Chazelle. La La Land he wrote. He also directed.
Yeah, it's got to be him then.
Whiplash.
No, it's Jason Blum.
What?
I think
Whiplash
it's the piano one, right? Or the drums, yeah.
The drums?
Yeah, that's it. Jason Blum.
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
Huh. Maybe
well,
he did.
I mean, why does it not say? Okay. Are you on IMDb right now? It's not saying he directed it?
Yeah.
BLUM, yep.
Jason BLUM.
Okay.
Oh, he was a producer.
Well, so he's a producer. Okay, yeah. You're right. I'm sorry.
No, but he's
okay.
Yeah,
so
he was a producer on that, on Get Out.
Yeah.
On Us.
Well, he
Klansman.
He has he had a really good like business strategy that he did. Well, anyway, so he started directing when he was 35, like in Hollywood or whatever, and then and he said I would be on independent films and I would do studio films, which is the big films, And he's like, it's, and the budget of the average budget of the studio film is about 75 million. And the average budget of a independent film is like around 4 to 6 million, And so he's like,
Yeah.
So he's like, I hated. He's like, the budget and stuff is nice, but when you get all that money, they steal all your creative freedom. So he's like, what I did, he's like, and I couldn't, I couldn't figure it out because what I wanted, he's like, because I did, when I do the studio movies, I liked how they distributed it, because he made money, but like, and they got it out there and they did a good job distributing it, but like they took away like all the creative freedom. They're like, no, you got to use this famous actor. You can't be using, because he's like, I don't like using famous actors sometimes, in my opinion, they're not the best for the role, And so he's like, and I hated about the studios, how much, so he's like, I thought to myself, how do I do independent films, but get studio distribution? And so he's like, so what he did was, because he'd already made some money at that point, he's like, well, I can fund my own independent films with that $4 to $6 million thing, which is what he says he stays in the range of on budget. So what he did, this is smart as fuck, is the kind of movies he does are like, I don't know, like Whiplash, like I think he'd already gained a reputation at that point, but like this is in the beginning, is what he would do is he would make like good films that are kind of, let's say suspenseful, but they're more of just like a drama. But he would categorize it as horror films because big studios would pick up and distribute horror films, and they still do. So he got his way in by being like, well, it's not even really a horror film, but he called it a horror film so that way the fucking studio would distribute it. I was like, that's smart as fuck, dude.
Oh, that's smart.
So he's making box office money and spending independent film money, which is genius. This guy's fucking rich as fuck.
That's really smart. That's that loophole of it. Because if you look at his, it makes perfect sense. Because if you look at all of them, they even Whiplash was a short film
that
before
makes sense.
It was made into an actual feature film. Us, Get Out, all of these ones were not like. There a lot of them are all horror films or some kind of social commentary or some, like. So it makes sense as far as, he's got quite the. We gotta do that, guys. Who wants to do it? Oh, he did the. He was a producer on The Purge.
I mean,
he just puts money in and takes it out.
I think of that I've seen of his is Whiplash, but it was such a fucking good movie that I was just like, if any of his other stuff is half that good,
Well, haven't you seen any of the? Haven't you seen Black Klansman?
Nope.
And Get Out.
Nope.
And Us.
No, I already. There was only another one.
All of our
he put out, but like The Hunt. I want to say something happened with that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Well, it does say it's an action horror thriller, but he says that like they will be, but that's his intention. His intention.
Oh yeah,
isn't horror, but his story, like the way he tells the story, or like the way he wants the story to be told, or whatever, like goes along with that. I mean, or like how he got, whatever deal they.
Oh no, that I mean that makes sense.
They're not quite horror.
That's
films.
what all these are.
Like the only other one I can think of, well, some like The Purge, but still, even that, could be a thriller more than a horror film. Like I don't know. I mean, it's a very good strategy, though. You know what I mean? And it makes sense because studios aren't. First off, horror films are like they sell. That's why the studios like them. But they also are very low budget most of the time.
Oh, so that's the thing. Yeah, they sell. They're the most. Whatever that word is, as far as like. They're they're profitable. Where you're not putting a lot into them, but they're all terrible.
But one thing is they're all terrible movies.
Even a shitty.
So this guy makes movies.
No, exactly. That's what I said.
So he probably makes even more than these horror films do. For sure. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. He's what has he got? He's he really. How old is he? He's been doing this. No, he's 50. Yeah. So he's 50.
He had to.
He just turned. I think he just turned
51 actually. 51 because he was born in 69. I was born in 89.
No, 51. Yeah, never mind. 51. Yep. He was born at the beginning. That's right.
So yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was just interesting, you know, and it was cool to see like Ben Shapiro's conservative ass and his liberal ass. Like really, I mean, it was just like it was a good example of how those two sides can, well, that and just get
you can conversate.
We love whiplash. We love this industry. We love talking about business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they did. It was like a good podcast.
Yeah.
It was a good time. You know what I mean? And like I said, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I mean, I listened to all but maybe 15 minutes of it. So maybe in the last 15 minutes they got into some political debates or whatever. But like, but other than that, I really enjoyed it just because of that, just like the business discussion behind it all. And it was just like, oh wow, that's a really smart idea, you know. And he seems like a solid guy. I've
been trying to look actually even up for different podcasts that are there's got to be ones that have come out now as far as like what to do in this downtime, you know, like I'm interested I've been trying to see all the ones that are, but even the comedy ones that I've been listening to, like I even listened to Bertcast this week and he was even saying like they weren't talking about it. They didn't want to talk about the virus or anything. They wanted it just to be funny and talk about life and, you know, everything else, which is good. But I'm like, I also want like listen to a podcast that is like, okay, what do we do during this time, especially for creators, you know, like,
well, by
so many people right now, it's like, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful we're already on, you know, episode 42 kind of thing, because for this, not where it's like, oh, we're just decided to start it now because we have nothing else to do. It's like, no, now we're keeping it going,
thank God
and we
for
already
Anchor,
have this
shout
going
out,
for, because
I didn't, good thing we did that.
Shout out, yep. Thanks for. Oh yeah, exactly.
No, I'm glad that we're still.
I mean,
I should say you are, but I mean, you know, whatever. Like, are working on this still, even though we have this downtime. I mean, shit.
No, yeah,
you're kicking ass with that online store, and
no, and like it's funny because I was like, well, let's do this. We've been talking about doing it, and I'm like, well, no time like now. And then I hit up Monet and figured to just see if she could help, and within a few minutes, she sends me over some samples, and I'm like, she's like, you don't have to be nice if you don't like it. I was like, no, these are great. I was like,
what did she go to school for? Design,
but like with beauty. Yeah, design, but also like makeup, beauty, marketing.
Okay, cool.
Journalism, even behind
all
that.
It's all in the same
too.
realm of shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
No, it's all in the same realm. Yeah. So she was like, I was like, here, I'm gonna do this. I even our post today, the one that to show that we have merch. I even was trying to do something cool, and I sent her a sample, and she's like, nope, not that. She's like, you could just take a photo and post it. I was like, yeah, but I want it to look cool. And within like 10 minutes, she sent me that with the whole background and everything, and it's still with our design as far as like having a brick wall and everything, and then that whole, I was like, oh, that's awesome. I was like, geez. I was like, we can't afford you. And now with it, it's cool because the site allows for people we don't have to have an inventory. So they go and they purchase it on there. And then we still get a profit off of it.
So go buy merch, motherfuckers.
So, yeah, go buy it so that we can still afford to keep doing this.
But yeah, no, please
do it.
No, and dude, I like it, dude. I think it looks,
it's
really good. I mean, I love the I don't think it'd be inappropriate to do a coronavirus. I don't think so.
Yeah, no, and I'm gonna listen back and try to maybe do that one.
I mean, anything funny is gonna offend somebody. but like,
yeah, yeah, it's
mainly
true,
the victims are the people that are dying.
Yeah,
mainly that.
Trying to, like, that's not funny. I'm like,
yeah, but of course I haven't had time. But I'm meaning to call Skylar to like get Christy's perspective on this.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's another one where it's like
they're on
the front line, which is crazy, and they don't have nurses, and they don't have enough masks any of beds or even masks for the nurses.
I've heard that, like, because I think it was on I think it was some news station or whatever. They were talking about I think it was on the Daily Wire, but they were talking about how, because they were trying to get like construction workers or construction companies to donate masks, But then the nurses were like, this isn't the kind of masks we need. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It was something about like the sanitary part of the whole thing. Like those masks don't work. I don't know. I could be totally wrong about that, but it was something.
No, it's true though. That it works for certain things, but not for this and how intense this is, kind of thing. Like, it's just not. Yeah, like the ones they really need for them is like straight up one where when you breathe, it takes what you're breathing in and it almost purifies it. Like, and those are intense as it is. So it's like, but people are not even. They're in some hospitals. They're giving nurses scarves to use. They're like, we don't have enough masks, so here's a scarf.
Well, see, and
it's like that doesn't work.
Some of the guys that I follow politically, that talk about this, which I agree, is like, and I mean, this is just my opinion, people, okay, but is like,
yeah,
that, like, the government shutdown, I think, is sort of necessary to get things under control. But if the government isn't doing it, if they're not coming up with a plan right now, this is going to be a complete waste of time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, exactly. Like it's got to be one of those that kind of connects the dots for what to do really, after, and also what to do if this ever happens.
They need like two big things that they need to like come up with right now is enough beds in the hospital and masks for the nurses. And they need to be. That's what they need to be working on right now. While we shut down.
I haven't heard. I don't know about any other place and I don't know. I haven't heard, but I do know in LA that they've announced, and this was even a week ago, that they can go in and take over hotels so that they have more beds.
Not a bad idea.
So even turn the hotels into like quarantine areas. Because most of those hotels are closed anyway.
Here's the thing. The number in infections that you're going to see are going to spike because the testing isn't available everywhere yet. And once it is, then people are going to get tested and find out they have it. So all these numbers are going to spike up. It's going to happen. But just because, like, we don't know everyone that's infected yet. I could be infected, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, that is the thing. Yeah, you could be. That's what's crazy about it.
They will keep going
up.
The
numbers
that's
just keep going up and up because not every
because they're gonna go up because we don't know everyone that has it yet. But like
Yep. But how you stop that is by actually do stay inside. Unfortunately,
but the
for
problem
at
is
least 2 weeks.
If they don't get
for at least 14 days.
Play,
that's
why
they're
just going to be released and infect each other anyways, and this was a whole big waste of time. And crash the economy for no reason.
Yeah.
And on the best note, it takes 24 months for the economy to recover anyways. So, which is great for you stock buyers out there. So, go on over to Robinhood.
Yeah. Go over to the Robinhood, or if you want, also go over to Anchor. Acorn. Follow the link in our bio. We have an Acorn.
Yeah, and with every purchase,
you want to do that, or
CNS?
We need a Robinhood
code
too.
And get 2 shares of free stock, you guys. That's a false ad, by the way. False ad.
Yeah, exactly. It's a false ad.
We're copying CNN now.
Fake news.
Their business strategy.
Right? I've never felt more like the Grinch though this week, where it's just like
I know, right?
5 o'clock, jazzercise. 6 o'clock, dinner with me. I can't cancel it again.
I mean, everything's. I mean, I'm having a good time, but
I know you.
And honestly, dude, it's a good break from things, But like, oh man, I can't wait to get back in the studio, like, and back on stage, dude.
Oh, I know, and that's a crappy part that I was like,
same.
I felt like it was just coming together all around, and then this happened. So I was like, are you kidding me right now? We just got a new equipment. I felt like, I was figuring out comedy even a little bit, jiu-jitsu I was getting. I'm just like, come on. And then it's like, nope. Oh, I'm literally packing up a bag to leave for a week, but really be gone for probably.
I mean, I didn't think it was going to be quite like this, but it's starting to look like it. You know what I mean?
No, Yeah. No, yeah, oh, for sure, yeah. Like I left thinking 2 weeks. That was when everybody was like, we're closing up for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and that was before the fully like, okay, cool, till April. But even then, I was like, even with that being done, I was like, there's no way it's gonna be, oh, it's over, come back, knowing that. But it's still, until it's reality, you don't want to believe it. You're not just like, oh my God, we just literally left our life behind. People have been joking around with me, being like, oh, have you already got an apartment out there? Are you going to get a job out there? It's like, oh, you're never coming back to LA again.
Like, yeah, I mean, I got my
no, I am.
I have thousands of dollars.
Oh, I know, dude. No, I said I literally brought
podcast back. It's going nowhere.
I know, dude. Yeah, we are. Well, let's go back once.
Where do you want to go if we have to? Well, because I mean, I don't think New York.
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
But
I have
like,
no idea.
Honestly, next best place. What's that?
I mean, honestly, just come back out here.
To you or me?
Just come back out here. Oh yeah, you could come to me, because we'd be in the middle of nowhere. We'd have our own studio. We could go hunting. We could
host stand-up shows in the barn for the neighbors and the animals.
Oh yeah,
that'd be great, dude. I mean, think about all the laughs, all the laughs we didn't get in LA. We can continue that.
I know, right? We can continue that. It'll be the same. That's also why I don't want this to last long. I mean, selfishly, because it's like, I don't want to get back into that where it's like, I was just getting okay with being on stage and comfortable, which then made bombing not as hard, or even less bombing. Now it's like, dude, the next time we get on stage could be 3 months, and that's when you're just like, comedy. Oh God,
that's a big.
So I'm even trying
deal.
Here.
That's like a bodybuilder not being able to lift, like legit not being able to lift, like
yeah. No, it is, and like right now, at least, you see all these people who work out and are like stuck at home.
Right.
At least they can figure out a way around that. Whether they're lifting their couch,
like the best we can do is
like they can figure out ways. For us,
if it's going to land,
the best
or not.
We can do, and even then we don't know if it's going to be anything. So I'm trying to stick with that as far as still writing things down, even here, just like that. I find funny. I didn't at first, but then I was like, no, I have to keep in that mindset of like, write that down, so I can keep that mindset going, and then writing and stuff, and then hopefully, maybe come out of it. It's gonna be a long break from both jiu-jitsu and this, but maybe it'll be one of those where we come out of it and it's like, well, it was a break for the better, like we take it for that. It will be a curve. I mean, a learning curve when we come back, but I just hope it's not one of those where it's like starting all over again. That's why I keep watching stand-up, so it's at least in my brain of watching it and being a part of it. And that's why this is more like, Cousins of Son quarantine years.
Yo, dude.
Which is crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I mean, be grateful. Yeah, you have friends over there, but again, also be safe and not, being, because you don't know who.
Oh, young Charles. Dude. Well,
young Charles doing? Is he going out and about?
Working, dude, because he delivers to he drives trucks that delivers to gas stations like around the area. But when he gets there for delivery, he's not even allowed to get out of the truck. They unload the truck. So
wow.
That's what I thought. I mean, at least he still has a job. I mean, like
no, exactly. Some of these, if you still have a job, dude, it's like, dude, it's like gold, dude. Like, especially that's when you realize how much LA is based upon that gig economy, whether even gig economy as far as being in the waitress, service industry. Where it's like, dude, I mean, LA is shut down, dude.
You know what's kind of crazy is
the only time in LA you would actually probably want to.
For those of you who don't know, and like my friends on the farm, all like when I said I was moving to LA, and you too, always gave us or was giving us shit about going to LA. And like, dude, when shit goes down, it's the last place you want to be. When shit goes down, it's the last place you want to be. Guess what? after this, I totally agree with him. You know, like it's the last place you want to be, dude. That
when
in New
shit
York,
goes
dude,
down, it's the last place you want to be.
You just don't want to be around a bunch of people freaking out, dude. And you got like, you know, all the conspiracy theorists out there, like all that stuff, dude. So it's just, you know, which is whatever, but like they are, you know, that it causes people, you know, to freak out. I'm like, and you know, I'd rather be around a few thousand people freaking out than 16 million.
Oh yeah, and they haven't even started.
I mean, we already know our Canadian friends aren't even taking this seriously. Which, who knows how serious it is? I mean, the virus is serious for sure, but like, but you know, these people that are like suggesting martial law and that this is just a way for the government to shut us down. It's just, well, that is not true. Just because the rest of the world is shut down, it would be weird if it was just us.
No, no, that's it's I mean, no. It's more and more, and that's
just think about that. Think about that for a second. The whole fucking world is shut down and infected with this thing. There is no safe place to go. Like you can't be like, well, fuck it, we'll just move to Australia. No, because Australia's fucked too. Fuck this, I'll just go to Italy. I got friends in Italy.
Yeah, no, everywhere has it.
It's the worst fucking place on the planet to be right now. Like,
yeah. No, dude, they had there was a few cases of it just here and where I'm at. Like, I mean, not where I'm at here, but like, you know, like 30 minutes away or whatever, but like still here. Like, so it's still one of those where like, nope, I don't even want to go anywhere. And it's like, it just depends on where you are. And even the places where you think you're probably the safest, like here, I feel pretty safe, but like in the mountains in Colorado, it's so bad there. They did shut it down. Like, don't allow anyone in or anyone out.
No, did you hear about what's going on in Colorado?
That's what's crazy.
Well, everywhere.
Which one?
And honestly, dude, I know this. I don't know. I know this is going on, but the way it was told to me was they're not letting people into the mountain towns in Colorado. But I
no, yeah, that's what I was saying. But that's what's crazy. But it's everywhere else.
That's not the case. Here's the turnaround on that, or the other side of that is it's not like the state that's not allowing people to go into those mountain towns. It's the mountain towns that are not allowing people to go into the mountain towns. Yeah. So they have like their sheriffs at wherever just posted up
like,
say, no, you can't get through here. No, you get through here. Yeah. That's crazy.
They're like, nope, get out. Wow. Yeah. They're like, we don't need martial law to get martial law. They're like, or as far as like, you know, closing it down and be like, we don't want you here. That's, I mean, but again, that's smart.
It is, dude.
You know?
I mean, it's like keeping your people safe. You know what I mean? It was funny. I was talking to my dad because, again, I grew up on a farm. For those of you that don't know.
Even here.
And I was talking to my dad today, and he had talked to my great grandma, you know, back in the day, because she went through the Depression, and she was on the farm during the Depression, and like during that, like in the cities and stuff, everything was rationed out to like bread, gas, kind of like it is now, dude. You can only buy one case of water at the grocery store, things like that. Like everything was rationed out. You could only get so much gas, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And she's like, the only places that weren't affected by that at all and really just had no concept of what was going on was the farm communities. Because they had to provide the food. So there was no ration law. There was no rations. So they were just living life.
There's no ration.
So he's like, you know, technically, if you're on a farm, that's like one of the best places to be in a time like this. But yeah, it does. I mean,
yeah, that makes sense though. I mean,
I could get corn. Keep you alive for a long fucking time.
There's some cornfields around here.
Hey, you can make corn syrup out of it.
Yeah. We're talking about possibly because of those bugs. Another thing that kills the bugs and not having a lot around here, besides having bats, which there are bats out here.
Yeah.
Is chickens.
I think you should get some chickens.
So we're thinking about
dude, they lay eggs like a motherfucker
on this farm. Yeah, I know. It'd be awesome. And then I think they were also talking about getting a bee. One of the guys knows how to have a bee. What is it called? Beekeeper. So they were thinking about getting like a little beekeeping
the more
area.
resourceful you can be, like,
dude, make your own bee.
You know, with your environment, dude, the better off you'll be. I mean, dude, like we talk about. I was looking at Johnny Strong, his profile today, and I was just like, man, talk about the safest guy in the world right here. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's just in there by himself, hanging out with his hoons in the mountains, making knives. Dude, you know what I was wondering, though?
Just ready to throw them at anybody.
Throw by yourself,
them and kill them.
Yeah.
That is true. I don't know. How do you...
That could be it.
Unless he's got one of those bears, or like a real bear.
He could be rolling with...
Dude, I've killed like 30 of these bugs while we've been on here.
I'd be so grossed out.
They came out in full force tonight. The light, the light,
it's not like a stink
they
bug.
Smell weird too, but they smell like earthy almost. No, I mean, well, my parents.
Yeah, but even in Hong Kong, dude,
I mean, it does, but
shit.
I think it's more of like an earthy smell. But no, dude. Yeah. True. I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever. It smells fine, but no, dude, they are everywhere. They're out.
That is nuts, dude.
Tonight.
I mean, I'm scared just hearing about it. You know,
smells. They're all over.
Not for me.
Yeah. I want to take a photo. They're in the main light. Like I had to turn off the main light in the room because they're filled up inside the light.
You can cut this out.
There's like probably a good 20 of them.
I'm just curious. How are you posting this without your computer or editing it? Or are you just not? Okay, so we got to be careful about what we say.
I'm not. Actually.
Okay. We have.
Yeah. But we've done good for the last hour and 5 minutes. I know. I mean, but hey, we did an hour and 5 minutes. We could end now. Imagine just being like, what else are you guys going to talk about? Just kidding, guys. The X-rated version is coming to you hot if you send
Dude, I'm going to do, okay, so like I was thinking about a funny photo shoot I could do for like with me for Cousins and Sons. I don't want to tell you the ideas over the podcast because I don't want to reveal it because then everyone's surprised. But
of course. Don't ruin the surprise. Mm-hmm. I get it. Well, now you guys know there's something to come. There's something to come.
Well, and they're going to be.
We talked about for a good hour. We talked for a good hour today. Yeah. Oh, even better. So yeah, we gotta. I think it's a good thing to transition as far as everybody. We're safe. Hopefully, you guys are safe. Go buy our merch with a little.
We got the link on our Instagram.
That goes to a good cause called the Cousins. Yep. We got it on there, and then we'll also it's also you can I think through this if wherever you're listening to this at
buy that
merch is on there as well. Yep. So that link is there. Go buy that merch. I think I'm gonna try to make some kind of quarantine kind of shirt just for the next 2 months. It'd be cool to have. And then what else? I mean that's pretty much our week. But I want to do more of these. I want to see if we can have more guests on. Maybe do even 2 of these a week. One on our Monday release.
Yeah.
One with a Monday release, and then maybe one with like a Thursday or Wednesday release. Even if it's like shorter ones,
like people we know will play along.
Getting more
Gordon
content.
Jackson, Bear. So we would just need them to download the Anchor app.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I haven't.
Another person. I'll reach out to him.
I think it might even just pop up.
I'll reach out to him tomorrow or one of these days. And but dude, I think a fun one would be Anthony Amarello since he also skipped town. Oh, I know. Right?
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one. I almost wanted to do it while he was driving.
I'll get a hold of him and see if he can't download the Anchor app.
Just have him put up the phone and talk. Yeah, I'm not sure. I want to see. I might try it here with family and see how it works if I just send them the link. If they don't even have to download
I don't know,
the app.
because every time you send me the link,
I don't know exactly
it brings
how that
me
works.
to the app.
It might just
yeah,
you already have it. So I wonder if you don't already have it, it just opens up in Safari or your web browser or something. But I don't know. It's something to check out. But yeah, guys, we're still alive. We're still here. We're living it up.
Yeah.
Trying to stay sane. Trying to stay sane.
Yeah, dude. I think so.
That's a good way to.
So is this one of those things? It's the first time we've done this, so I got to ask. Is this one of those things when we're done, we can't continue the conversation like we do when we're done at the studio? So when I say goodbye to you, it's goodbye.
No, we can't. Once I push.
All right, well.
It's goodbye. Yeah, this is how it works. Yeah. So we both say,
peace.
Remember, don't talk about it.
Ended. All right.
If you don't like me here, I will be someone else. So maybe, baby, it's not what you wanted from me. I'm trying to make sense of my mistakes. So maybe, baby, it's not what you wanted from me. You've been trying to make sense of my mistakes. My mistakes, yeah.
Hey, you guys, thanks so much for listening. Go follow us on all the social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and we're also on YouTube.
Yes, and if you want to, you can go the extra mile and follow us on Anchor.fm and our Patreon, where we will have exclusive content and pre-released episodes. And remember, guys, don't talk about it.
Be about it.
Peace.